Welcome to a special edition of the In the Ring Show with your host, Damien Darkchild, aka Devious Damien. And this is a video response to Jake from the Trio Woe Show about why Sheamus sucks. Well, Jake, I'm sorry, it's usually Justin, this time it's Jake. So Jake, I disagree with you. And I disagree with you on two levels. One, first you say that if you like Sheamus, but you hate Randy Orton or John Cena, you're a hypocrite. Well, I disagree, because I like Sheamus and I hate John Cena. And the reason I don't feel that I'm a hypocrite is because the reason I like Sheamus and the reason I hate John Cena, they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. I could go on forever with why I hate John Cena. But we all know that the hatred for John Cena has become somewhat of a famous theme here on the In the Ring Show. I've ranted about Cena many times, and I'm not going to use this video to do that. I am going to use this video, however, to state my reasons why I disagree with you're saying that Sheamus sucks. So you complain about his promos and how he comes out and he tells some kind of Irish folk tale and so on and so forth. Now, you didn't use those words, but that's basically what you're talking about. Well, the reason I disagree with you complaining about that is simply because I actually find those kind of promos entertaining. Because usually when he's telling those folk tales, that you complain about, it usually ends with him making some sort of comical insult towards his opponent. Call him a horse's arse laddie or something. That's not always that, but something like that. I actually find it comical. I don't know if it's the accent or, the story he puts with it. But either way, in my opinion, it's pretty goddamn funny. And he makes people who are of Irish descent, whether they're pure blood Irish or, they're just part Irish or whatever. But anybody who's of Irish descent, no matter what percentage of Irish descent they are, they make that Sheamus makes them proud to be Irish. And quite frankly, I feel that, Sheamus is a very good representative for Irish people. So actually, I'm glad that the WWE puts over that he's Irish. And I think, and the fact that he is Irish makes him unique. It makes him stand out from everybody else. Because let's face it, what continent have 97% of WWE stars been from? And I'm not talking about just now, I'm talking about over the years. 97%, if the percentage isn't even higher than that. They've all been from the continent of North America. Not very often do you get Asian or European or even Australian stars, from any other continent for that matter. How often do you get stars from another continent besides North America? Not that often. Let's be realistic about it here, people. That's the truth, and we all know it. And you also complain about Sheamus being a move thief. That's my number one. I hate that when people say that about somebody being a move thief. I can make a whole bunch of reasons why I hate someone using that term about somebody a move thief, but that's another video for another time. You talk about the fact that Jericho was supposed to win the Royal Rumble, and that he got robbed, and that somehow they booked Sheamus instead of Jericho to win the Rumble. Well, first of all, whether or not that's true, I've heard that that's not actually the case, but we'll pretend that you're right. Even if that was the case, I don't really think that Jericho not winning the Rumble hurt him. In fact, the way the whole thing's played out, I actually kind of think it helped him out. Now, granted, he probably would have chosen Punk even if he had won the Rumble, but he still gets to face CM Punk at WrestleMania, So Jericho's not exactly in a spot that really hurts him right now. Um, you know, WWE knew that, they were going to have Jericho and Punk one way or the other, so they didn't really need Jericho to win the Royal Rumble. They didn't. They need to elevate somebody. Now, I know you might say, well, they've already pushed Sheamus to the moon once before, why they gotta elevate him again? Okay, to be fair, you might have a valid point there. Yes, they pushed him to the moon when he first got there. I'll grant you that. But, I still feel that, it doesn't hurt to elevate a guy like Sheamus. Because he can be a good champion. He can, now granted, to freshen things up with him, might you want to turn him heel sometime down the road? Maybe. I wouldn't do it anytime soon, only because right now, he's over as a babyface. In fact, if you ask me, he's more over as a babyface than John Cena. That's just my opinion. You might agree, you might disagree, but anyway, that's not the point. I think Sheamus could be a good World Heavyweight Champion. Daniel Bryan losing the strap to Sheamus at WrestleMania, if in fact that's what they do, I don't think it would hurt Daniel Bryan, because I think they would probably keep Daniel Bryan as a heel, keep him, or have him another reign with the World Heavyweight Championship eventually. So really, I don't think Daniel Bryan losing the strap to Sheamus would hurt him. And the other thing that bothered me about what you said about Sheamus's promos, you act like, you don't like the fact that he comes out and he talks like an Irishman. Well, how else do you expect him to talk? That's what he is. I mean, I don't know if you're bitching about the accent, which obviously he can't help, but if that's not what you're complaining about, and you're just complaining about what he says, I mean, that's what Irish people do. I mean, that's how they talk. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, some people think, oh, you're being stereotypical. No, I'm not. I've been around a lot of Irish people. I mean, pure Irish people. That's how they talk. They actually talk the way Sheamus talks. They may not use the exact words that he uses, but, words like lad and, stuff like that. I mean, they do say things like that. That is how Irish people talk. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Pretend Irish people don't talk like that? Come on, they do. It's the way it is. I mean, trying to, say Irish people don't talk that way is like, trying to say that, I don't know. Oh, okay, it's like trying to say that white kids trying to, use black phrases don't sound ridiculous. I mean, I'm sorry, but they sound ridiculous. White kids trying to use phrases that are used by black people sound ridiculous. And it's just as ridiculous as you thinking that Sheamus shouldn't talk like that. Well, he's going to. He's Irish. The way it is. So anyway, I disagree with you saying Sheamus sucks. I personally think that, I don't think he's a member of the Breakfast Club. I don't think that, I don't think he sits there at the little round table with Orton, Cena, and Triple H. I don't think he is, and I think that you're completely overstating, his amount of power in the company. I'm not saying that, there might be some higher-ups who don't think highly of him. Maybe that's why he's getting the spots he gets. But, even so, anyway, and the other thing, you act like they make Sheamus seem like he's unbeatable, but yet, what did they really do with him in 2011? Nothing major. I mean, it's not like he was winning tons of titles in 2011. In fact, I don't even, except for maybe the U.S. title, what championship did he hold in 2011? he didn't. I mean, when you had Cena holding the the WWE Championship, you had The Miz holding the WWE Championship, you had CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Mark Henry, Big Show. You had pretty much just about all the guys except for Sheamus holding the World Championship. So I really don't think they push push some guys to build Sheamus up. I don't think they did that, at least not in 2011. And I don't really see them doing that in this year either. That's just my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Not just you, Jake, from the Trio Woe Show, but anybody else who's watching the video. Let me know what you think. If you think Jake is right. If you think I'm right. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching the video. Please also subscribe. Also, check out the Off the Ropes show. Check out WWE Daniel 01. They also call themselves the British Fist. They're also very good YouTube wrestling video makers. They do reviews kind of like I do and stuff like that. Anyway, for this special edition of the In the Ring show, this is Damien Darkchild saying good night, everybody.